Hello and welcome. My name is Christoph Putz and I'm your IT career guide. In today's video, I want to talk about an area in information technology that is often overlooked by people. Everyone goes into information security, systems administration, starting with help desk or going into a network and network engineering. But the application side is often an overlooked area, and today I want to dive into that a little bit and then talk about a specific product. And I want to talk about SAP. SAP is an ERP system, an enterprise resource planning system. And well, if you have been working in corporate America and you were involved in an ERP transition project or migration project or anything, you know about the magnitude that these type of projects have. And these are long ongoing projects, and there are quite a few team members involved. But before we get started, I really would like to ask you if you could subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Also like the video so that other people on YouTube can get notified about this content, and if it's of interest for them, of course, watch it. But now let's get started. Let's start looking at applications in information technology and how you can use those to really start an IT career without following the traditional path, if you want to describe it like this. Applications like Salesforce, SAP, Oracle, ServiceNow, these are large-scale applications that often used to be on-prem server systems and are moving into the cloud for the last few years. These are really beasts of applications, I want to say. This is not just like a single server and one single systems administrator taking care of it. There's really more behind it. These systems interconnect with other systems. They play a major role in today's corporations. And well, these systems need to be not just maintained or administered, they need to be designed, developed, customized for individual companies. And then, of course, you need subject matter experts that can run these applications and really get the value out of these applications for the corporations. And that is an area that I feel is often overlooked by people trying to get into information technology. I think if you are not sure where to go, take a look at these applications and look at the certification programs that exist around them and how you can easily, and I put easily in quotes, how you can easily acquire that knowledge and then start your career in information technology, bypassing some of the, I want to say, help desk related work or systems administration. Of course, those are helpful as well, but if you want to break into IT, if you want to get into information technology, take a look at these applications. And for today, I want to talk about SAP. SAP is an enterprise resource planning system, short ERP really, that's what everyone refers to. These are systems that connect, let's say, manufacturing, finances, and can go into other areas of a corporation. I'm really just touching them very high level here, so don't hit me with a big stick if I'm missing certain parts. This is really just a very high level introduction to SAP and the ERP system. So why am I singling out SAP? SAP has over 440,000 customers in over 180 countries. And think about it, this is not just something like Microsoft Office or Windows 10 that you just easily install and it's in the hand of a consumer. These are highly complex enterprise level systems. So 440,000 customers in 180 countries just shows you the dimension of and the level at where SAP is playing a role in today's corporate world worldwide. 92% of the Forbes Global 2000 companies use SAP in one way or the other. That makes about 97% of the greenest companies as well. 98% of the 100 most valuable brands worldwide use SAP. So if you think about Apple and Microsoft, Google, Facebook, I'm not sure who's using SAP to what extent, but you can just think about it. The 100 most valuable brands, Nike, Adidas, just think about it. So there is a lot of complexity behind it. It is needed for really large companies to really connect everything and get the value out of these type of applications. So there is a huge market. There's a huge need for highly trained people, and well, going into SAP and their certification program, well, it opens up an entire world for you where you can start a long-term career, even with long-term, I want to say, job security if you want to stay with a certain company. So these systems are so complex. It takes a long time to not just learn the technology, but then also become familiar with that specific integration and how it's being rolled out. There is a lot of opportunity here for you in case you want to get into this field. So I mentioned the certifications for SAP, and SAP offers over 150 certification exams in over 9 different languages. That also is a good indicator that there is a huge demand for this, and SAP has built a certification program around it. So definitely something worth looking at for you, and upping up your credentials and make your resume really stand out for potential employers. What is the value for you if you become SAP certified? So for one, it opens up a world of companies to work for. There are partners of SAP, so other companies that help integrating and rolling out SAP to the actual end user companies. And these partners often really just need those credentials on their staff, meaning they need certified people so that they can sell it as a value add to their end users, to their customers. And they also know that there are individuals that have these certifications, that these individuals possess a certain level of knowledge. So it's really critical for these companies to have certified people on staff. And a little bit later on in this video, I will show you some salaries and then what companies and even what locations potentially come into play for you here. So stick with me. If you're not familiar with this type of work, your eyes should open up, and maybe you see the light for this type of opportunity. So, and then what is the value for you as the individual? So it's not just that there's a market of companies looking for you, but it's also for you really separating yourself from people that are not certified in these products, showcasing that you really went the extra mile. And then with the certifications as well, it certifies that you have not just that knowledge, but if you keep your certifications up to date, the continuous learning is a critical piece in information technology, and you can showcase that with these type of certifications. And then of course the certifications themselves really carry value. Well, you can see it with your paycheck in the end, that these certifications pay for themselves, add value to your income, and make you to be in, I want to say, high desired need by employers looking for you. So if you put this on your resume on LinkedIn, I'm pretty sure you will get an above average number of messages and contact requests from companies and potential employers. So when you become certified, there are quite a few advantages. I already mentioned a few, but here are some numbers that SAP is providing. 35% salary or wage increase once you become certified. So it automatically opens up that door a little bit. That doesn't mean you get this money right away, but it opens up the door that you can request a higher paycheck, hopefully with your existing employer if you like working there. But sometimes you just have to go and enter the job market to make these jumps. It's easier for you to work more efficient, and people that are SAP certified on average show about 44% increase in output, meaning you can work faster, being more focused on the technology, and are able to deliver solutions quicker. So for companies, again, this is a big item because the time savings and the quality of the implementation, that's really critical. So don't underestimate just this number by itself. It's not just that you work 44% more. That's not what it is, but the value that you deliver, that's really what matters to the employers. People have also reported for about 26% that they're being promoted faster or to a much higher level than before. So that certification itself, again, opens up a door. And with the promotion, you're getting additional money, potentially additional benefits, maybe equity in some companies, depending on where you work. There is a lot of value by becoming SAP certified. 28% of the people surveyed, they are taking over more responsibilities. So if you're really out there to build a career, to take on more responsibilities, have more exciting projects to work on, well, this is one way of doing it. And then of course 55% that knowledge is transferable. So if you decide to become, let's say, a consultant and you want to work for different companies, or if you're not happy where you are and you want to go into a different companies, 55% reported really that this knowledge and the certification help with making this move successful. So that's a big value. And then this is probably more a soft skill here. 67% really mentioned that they have higher confidence based on the certification. They have trust in their own skill set, and that it shows when you go to work. And well, it's like, I want to say that chain reaction, that with that self-confidence, You might get the promotion, you might get that higher salary, you might get that more exciting project. It's really all things considered. You cannot lose out if you become SAP certified. So let's take a look at what companies are potentially interested in hiring SAP certified individuals. So, and what you see here on the screen is just a short list, and it's for SAP Consultants, and that's a big market. And you can see on the hourly rates here how much money there is involved. The top value mentioned here with $151 per hour. If you take this and punch it into a calculator to see what your annual salary is, if you would work the usual amount of 40 hours per week, this brings you to over $6,000 per week income. So let's assume you work 48 weeks out of the year. So this brings you to $289,000. So almost $290,000 in income. Well, there's a lot of money to be made. $290,000 per year. That's not small change. It's not just the one certification that will get you there. So that is experience mixed with several certifications. There's potentially a college degree or an MBA behind it as well. Let's take this with a grain of salt. But even if you just get half of it, it puts you at $145,000 per year. And depending on where you live, that's a really good income. There is really an opportunity if you are willing to go after it. So here you can see the employers. There's Enterprise Peak, there's FAB, there's AppTask. But if you look at number 4 and number 5, Deloitte and PwC, two of the really large consulting companies that work all over corporate America, and they're paying over $100 per hour. That tells you a little bit about the importance and the impact that these type of roles have. There is an opportunity, and if you are willing to take it, you're in for a really positive surprise. Don't underestimate the amount of work involved. So nobody just pays you $100 or more per hour for drinking coffee and hanging out and coasting. So your knowledge and your skill set needs to be there. If you are willing to put in the effort, there's really a career path that you can map out, and it should be really rewarding from a financial perspective. Now we're going to take a look at the highest paying cities in the United States for SAP consultants. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, $133 per hour. If you're familiar with Oklahoma and the cost of living there, I want to say, holy cow, that's a great income for Oklahoma. Irving, Texas, New York, New York. The name number 4, Waukegan in Illinois, $75 per hour. Lake Forest, Illinois, Rochester, New York, Chicago, Illinois, separately, Atlanta. And then last but not least, I want to talk about the most common job benefits for SAP consultants. Well, you see here visa sponsorship, paid time off, a green card sponsorship. Knowing that there are visa sponsorships and green card sponsorships shows you how high the demand is. Apparently the United States job market does not have enough SAP consultants. And from that side, if that is not a positive indicator to get into this field, I don't know what else is. Then of course 401k, usually with a really healthy contribution from your employer, health insurance, volunteer time off, parental leave, that's the usual stuff. Work from home, absolutely. And then of course the typical stuff again, caregiver leave, adoption assistance. The job benefits are usually very good. So I hope that gives you an idea about what you can do with an SAP certification. I think if you want to go the extra mile, this is an area where you can really have a great payoff. I want to say in fairly short time. I don't think you need to go 10 years here and to earn this type of money. Of course, an ERP project is not something that is done in 3 months. So you're potentially looking at 12, 18 months, sometimes even more. So you could be attached to a project for quite a while. But again, there is a payoff, and I don't necessarily mean money at the end. And putting that type of experience on your resume, that's what brings the employers knocking to your door. So I hope you liked this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so as well. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye-bye.